I never would have thought I would ever make a video like this, and I didn't have any plans to make this video in the first place, but it would just feel wrong if I didn't, because a recent tragedy that took place, although on the other side of the planet, oddly enough couldn't feel any closer to home. I want to preface this by saying anime was a large part of my childhood and early teenage years growing up. It wasn't until right before I entered high school, when I had a computer and internet access, that I started seeing internet memes for some anime I've never seen before. I come to find out that this anime was The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. It looked unlike any other anime I've ever seen before, and also had a catchy opening song that I found out. And so I gave this show a try, fully expecting to completely shit on it, because how could you possibly make an interesting anime without action? And now laugh at me if you may, but when 15-year-old me first watched Haruhi, it completely blew my mind. It opened me up to what was truly out there in the medium. It shattered my expectations and raised the bar forever on what I look for in entertainment. And now, I don't even know if the people who made it are alive today. And this show was made by a humble studio by the name of Kyoto Animation, or KyoAni for short, the very first anime studio I knew by name, and also my favorite studio, was tragically the victim of an act of terrorism, an arson attack, on July 18th, 2019, on the main building, claimed the lives of 34 members of the KyoAni family and left even more injured. A truly disgusting act, not only impacting the families of the victims, but everyone around the world who has been touched by their work. This is world news. News that is being covered by major media outlets across the world, but somehow feels oddly personal. But that's not what I want this video essay to focus on. Rather, I want to focus on how the staff of Kyoto Animation shared their magic with the world and made countless people smile, get through hard times, or just share a story we might relate to over the years. Whether it was learning about family in Dragon Maid, or appreciating life in a silent voice. This was the last group of people on the planet that deserved this fate. In an industry as brutal as Japanese anime industry, KyoAni stood apart by actually treating their employees like family, the only studio to pay their animators a living salary and focusing on health of their employees in a culture of overworking to the point of death. It truly shows in their work as they consistently produce some of the most beautiful work year after year. Now, I'm not going to pretend that I've seen everything from Kyoto Animation, or even that I've liked everything that I've seen from them, but I will always appreciate the love and care they put into their work that is painstakingly hand-drawn. I'll always appreciate that this small studio in the humble countryside of Kyoto shared their passion with the world, brought a smile to our faces, and touched our hearts. I'll never forget traveling to Japan last year with my best friend and making it a point to visit the small KyoAni building out in the countryside, far away from any bustling city, being kindly greeted by a man in a suit who showed us how to get to their gift shop and taking a picture in front of the building. Kyoto Animation's work has certainly left an impact on my life, and I pray that they can bounce back from this. Sentai Filmworks, a company that works closely with distributing Kyoto Animation's work, has a GoFundMe that has amassed over $2 million in less than a week for the victims of the attack. Now, I'll be linking all of the ways you can help out in the description, but you can trust that this GoFundMe will get to the people it is meant to be, since Sentai Filmworks is a very reputable company in the industry. Companies like Adobe have anonymously donated $50,000 to this campaign. I've donated what I can to this campaign, and may do so again depending on how long the campaign will run. After all, the worst that could happen is the money is just returned to you because the money was refused. And I'm by no means an anime YouTuber, or have a widespread audience here on YouTube, but I'm sure some of the people who have watched my content or are watching this are anime fans, and may have been touched by Kyoto Animation's work at some point in their lives, and I just want to spread the word to as many people as possible, and this is the best way I know how. And I just want to conclude this by saying to the Kyoto Animation family for everything you've done and all the joy you have brought. Thank you.